Hello and welcome back. Today is Saturday, December 6th. I have your three best bets for you in the NBA today. As always, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the page. We get a 7-game NBA slate starting from 4, ending at 7:30. The NBA is currently still afraid of late night games. It seems like there hasn't been many late afternoon games, but most of the games have been ending at 7:30 or like 9 o'clock once the games are officially in. But we get games from 4 to 7:30 here today. Starting our day off, New Orleans Pelicans versus the Brooklyn Nets. Battle of the worst, tankathon matchup of the year. This game should be a lot of fun, though. Brooklyn, 3.5-point favorite, 227 over under these two. It's all about the young players in this game, so it's going to be, you're going to turn on League Pass and be like, who the fuck is on both of these teams? But it should be a fun game overall. There's some good young players in that. Jeremiah Fears, Danny Wolf, Michael Porter Jr., Derek Queen, that should have been a bowl. Ton of good young players playing in that matchup. We get Atlanta versus Washington. Jaylon Johnson is going to continue to be the wagon that could in that game versus the Wizards, 235 over under. Atlanta, 9.5-point spread. The only primetime game we get today is on NBA TV. That's Cleveland versus Golden State. The former finals game 7 blocked by James game. But neither Stephen Curry or LeBron James are playing in this game, but Donovan Mitchell is, so the game could be all right. It's on NBA TV. Jimmy Butler versus Donovan Mitchell should be a good game overall for our primetime game. And then the rest of the games today, it's a massive spread day overall. I think only the Nets game is the closest game on the slate. Then we get Milwaukee versus Detroit, 12.5-point spread. Detroit is the favorite in that game. No Giannis. We get Sacramento versus Miami, 8.5. We get the Clippers versus Minnesota, 10.5. And we get Houston versus Dallas, the late game. Should be a great League Pass game. Anthony Davis, Şengün, Kevin Durant, Cooper Flagg. Actually pretty excited for that game. Houston, 8.5-point favorite on the road. The Battle of Dallas will continue in that matchup. I got 3 brand new plays here today that I absolutely love. And before we jump into today's plays, we got to recap yesterday's action and yesterday in the NBA. And I'm going 3-1 in best bets yesterday. Was a good day overall. Tyler Hero, though, moment I clicked the video and we got done recording, Tyler Hero was ruled out in that game, so that was fun to pivot away from that play. Cade Cunningham, he took care of business late in the fourth quarter for us, finishing the game with 29. We had 27. We needed 28. He finished with 29, so we got us a nice cushion. And then Jaylon Johnson and Kevin Durant, man, those two took care of business for us. Jaylon Johnson, a triple-double in the first half. Chef's kiss. You are the real MVP this season, Jaylon Johnson. You've been one of my favorite players to bet on these last 2 years, and you're continuing that for us. And the Kevin Durant, he took care of business. I put it down in the pinned comment in the comment section. Always make sure to check the pinned comment down below. Always have another play if I am liking something else in the game. And then Josh Giddey, hand up. Josh Giddey, I thought it looked pretty good. First quarter, I think he was at 6 or 7 rebounds, assists, and finished the game with 10 rebounds, assists. He was in foul trouble for the majority of the game, but Josh Giddey, the Giddler, he did not take care of business for us. But 3-1 day. But that was yesterday. Today's a brand new day. I'm not satisfied. And let's just jump into it. For my first play of the day, going to be in this Pelicans-Brooklyn Nets game. Man, 4 p.m. games for me all year have not been the best, but I think we have found a sweet spot in this game, and that's going to be on the Brooklyn Nets side of the ball. And this man from Michigan, I wish the Bulls would have traded back into the first round to draft him, and that's Danny Wolf. Danny Wolf has been pretty great these last few games, and I think today he has another great game ahead of him. So give me Danny Wolf to go over 1.5 threes, coming to -106. On DraftKings, the Pelicans allowed the 8th most threes to the power forward position. The Pelicans, these last 15 games, allowed the 7th most threes. And then the Pelicans, again, these last 7 games allowed the 10th most threes to the power forward position. And Danny Wolf has been shooting a lot more three-pointers these last few games. Last 5 games averaging 5 3-point attempts per game. But that doesn't really tell the full story here. The last few games, game 1, he had 5 games ago, he had 1 3-point attempt. 4 games ago, he had 9. Then he had 4, then 3. And then last night, he had 8 3-point attempts. We love the shot volume we're getting from Danny Wolf. And he's making a lot of these threes, going over 3 for his last 5, averaging 2.2 threes made per game. Love the field 3-point attempts these last few games. In these last 5, he's had 0 threes made, 5, 1, 2, and then 3 threes made. So the last 2 games, he's been over on this number. And the Pelicans, they allowed the 16th most spot-up threes. So he has a nice spot-up shooting three-pointer. They watch Demon drives in the lane. He kicks it out to Danny Wolf open in the corners, and he has a great matchup there. And speaking of the corner threes, the Pelicans allow the 30th most corner threes on the league, and Danny Wolf takes 10% of his shots from the corner, so we love that. And then Danny Wolf takes 60% of his shots, those little 2K hot zones I love to talk about, in front of the three-point line, in the nice little zone where majority of the players take their threes, but Danny Wolf takes 60% of his shots from in front of the three-point line. And then the Pelicans allowing the 29th most straightaway threes, so he's a nice straightaway three matchup, nice corner three matchup, and he's been shooting the three ball way more, and now he has the Pelicans who allowed the 8th most threes to the power forward position. I think Danny Wolf, I have him projected at 2 threes made in this game. I think he could even get to 3 threes made in this game. So come on, Danny Wolf, the Michigan man, you got us in this game. So give me Danny Wolf to go over 1.5 threes, coming to minus 106. On DraftKings, jump to my second play of the day, going to be in that late night game, Houston versus Dallas, 224 over under. Houston 8.5-point favorite here on the road. And this man, he was sick last night. I believe he is playing in tonight's game, and Alperen Şengün has a great matchup ahead of him. So give me Şengün to go over 21.5 points, coming to minus 128. On FanDuel, Dallas allows the 2nd most points to the center position. Dallas, these last 15 games, allowed the 4th most points to the center position. And Dallas, these last 7 games, you guessed it, the 2nd most points to the center position. And Şengün has been pretty great in this matchup in the past, going over 5 for his last 7 games against the Mavs, averaging 23.6 points per game. With the last 4 games against the Mavs, he's had 23, 30, 16, and then the most recent game this year had 26 plus points against them. We love that. Well, these last 5 games, he's only scored last three games, he scored 27, 31, and 28-point games. So he's coming in a 3-game over streak in this matchup. He was one of the only players on this Rockets team to not play last night, so he has fresh legs in this back-to-back. I've been projected at 24 plus points in this game. Dallas allows the 27th most points in the paint, so there's a little 2K hot zone. Şengün right underneath the rim, he's getting right underneath the rim for this game. But right underneath the rim, they allow the 27th most points to the center position, and Şengün takes 40% of his shots in front of the net. Oh, no, my bad. 35% of his shots in front of the net. He takes 40% of his shots in the paint, and the Pelicans rank 27th in points allowed in the paint. So there's 2 zones where the Dallas Mavericks struggle, and Şengün takes nearly 70% of his shots in both of those zones. So we love that overall. Dallas allowing the 2nd most points to the center position the last 7 games, allowing the 2nd most points to the center position. I think Şengün returning from injury in this game, he's going to be the center in this game. He's going to have a great game overall. So give me Alperen Şengün to go over 21.5 points, coming minus 128 on FanDuel. I'll jump into my third and final play of the day on the NBA TV game. I always try to have a primetime game or a game that people are going to be watching, a play for that overall. And I'm going to the Cleveland side of the ball in this game. I haven't taken this guy's overs at all this year. I haven't even taken him at all ever in this on this channel or even on my Twitter account. And that's Jaylon. I actually looked up the pronunciation for this guy like a moment ago. I think it's Jaylon Tyson or Jaylon Tyson. Yeah, let's just roll with it. Jaylon Tyson to go over 18.5 points, rebounds, coming to minus 123 on DraftKings. He has a good matchup here. Golden State Warriors, these last 7 games, allowed the 6th most rebounds to the small forward position. In these last 5 games, Jaylon has been a monster, going over 4 for his last 5, averaging 24.4 points, rebounds. With the last 5 games, him giving 11, 22, 38, 21, and then he just had 30 points, rebounds in the most recent game. He's an 89% hit rate when Jared Allen does not play, averaging 23.3 points, rebounds, 70% hit rate at home, averaging 19.2 points, rebounds. In his last 5 home games, he's had 22, 11, 21, and 21, and then he got 30 in the most recent game overall. And this being a back-to-back, I'm not even worried about it. He's gone over 3 for his last 4 back-to-backs, averaging 22.8 points, rebounds. Last 5 games, he's been averaging 30-plus minutes played per game, so he's going to be on the court. He's a young player, so he's going to have the nice juice in the legs. I have him projected at 21 points, rebounds in this game. Golden State Warriors, these last 7 games, allowing the 6th most rebounds to the small forward position, and without Jared Allen in the lineup, 89% hit rate at home, 70% hit rate. I think Jaylon Tyson has a massive game for us again. It's going to be Jaylon Tyson to go over 18.5 points, rebounds, coming to minus 123 on DraftKings, and those are my 3 best bets for you in the NBA today. As always, let me know down below what's your best bet in the NBA today or college football. There's a massive college football games going on all day. I'd love to tell you guys in the comment section as always. And while you're down there, please leave a like and subscribe. It makes me know you like the content, and it shows me 90% of the people that watch these videos do not subscribe. Yeah, I stuttered there, but you at home watching on your phone or watching on TV, please leave a like and subscribe. You're watching anyways, might as well like and subscribe. It's been a fun few days overall talking with you guys. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Saturday. Keep on smiling, and I will see you in the next one.